Hello, this is Chen Wei, and I'm going to present my final project, which is restaurant seating simulation application. So here is my UI. As you can see, I have a lot of variables here. You can basically control the output of the simulation. And my simulation is set up as this. Firstly, you can see that here I use the square to represent a table. So for this simulation project, I predefine three types of table. First type is 2-seat table, and also I have 4-seat tables, and I have 10-seat tables. You can change the number of tables. Say right now it have 10. You can make it 20, 30 as you wish. However, you cannot change the type of tables. Say you want to add a 6-seat table. So that is not allowed. Maybe in the future I can add different type of tables, but for now it doesn't support that. So here in the very first place you can see here is called play speed. By default, it is 10 times faster. If your simulation you set to run for 1 hour, if it's 10 times faster, you can expect your simulation probably will be finishing around 10 minutes. 6 minutes. And normally you can drag this to a position you like, and the display speed will change accordingly. So let's say I want to run to be super fast, so I'm going to set it to be 100 times faster. For the input box here, it is to type total customers. And for the simulation app, the setup is like this. You input how many customers you are expecting during a certain time, and then you can specify the time in hours, say 2 hours, 1 hour. You can customize that. So the simulation will calculate, say, based on this duration and how many customers you are expecting. It will set, say, for each 10 minutes or 5 minutes, roughly, say, 20 customers will show up. So it's a random thing. And here, the second input box is the most important part that about my simulation app, which is seating time limit. The whole purpose of the simulation application is to determine a proper seating time limit. Say you are expecting 1,000 customers to come during, say, 4 hours. And if you don't set a seating time limit and you have only, say, 40 tables, you are going to have your customers wait incredibly long if everyone's average dining time is around 1 hour. So the purpose of this app is to find a proper time limit that will bring you the most profit. And other than setting the seating time limit to be proper, a proper length, you have also to consider that if you say set the seating time to be too short, and that will actually affect the total customer which will income. Say I have 500 customers that will show up, and then I set my seating time limit to be 10 minutes. That means if the average dining time for each people is 1 hour, many people, or almost everyone, will be forced to do the checkout. And then that has a side effect, which is that they are not happy, and then they are going to complain, maybe in a Google map, maybe in some say Yelp. That will basically drag your total customers down. So in my application, I'm simulating that situation by randomly reducing the total customers. And it's not totally random. Say my average dining time is 1 hour and your seating time limit is 30 minutes. Say after 30 minutes, I'm forced to leave. So basically, I have 30 minutes to go to finish my lunch or dinner, but I'm forced to leave early, 30 minutes early. So this base factor is going to be 30. And then there is another factor to calculate basically how many people I'm going to reduce from the total customers. So those two factors multiply by each other and then multiply by a random factor. The result is going to be how many customers will be reduced from the total customers. So this process is solely to simulate in reality. There is a consequence when people are forced to do the checkout. They definitely will not be happy, and in some circumstances, they will post bad, negative review on Yelp or Google Map to warn other customers. So other customers may not come into a restaurant when when probably they will. So I basically simulate that process to reflect that do not just set seating time limit to be very short so that you can quickly accept other customers. That's not going to work. And actually, I'm going to show you the consequences very soon. So the third one is duration. We have already talked about. Now is the second line is about table adjustment. You can only change the different table. So here I can set to be 22 seat, 24 seat, and maybe 10 seat table. And to make this take effect, you have to click on set button. So by clicking on set, you see that my table structure basically expanded and I have more seats for more people, and that's good. The third line is to basically tell the simulation application what's the average expense that a person will spend at your restaurant. For a normal restaurant, it's every person per person, they probably spend like $12 for a meal, and a group of 2 people, they may spend around $25 to maybe $30, and you can actually specify the range. So from $10 to $20, you can set the expense range to be 10, so that the application will calculate your range. It might be less than $10, might be up to $20. The third input is average dining time. So this variable is very helpful here for different restaurants in different area. Say you're in this particular area, the average dining time of each person is 1 hour, and in another place, another restaurant, the average dining time per person might be 30 minutes. So this allows the user to adjust this accordingly instead of hard-coded one. So those data should be coming from the real data user gathered from their restaurant. Now let's actually run the application by seeing, by adjusting the variables. Let's see if we can find a good or proper seating time limit that will bring us the most profit. Sounds like a fun task to do. So average dining time here I'm going to set will be like 0.6, just something maybe random, I would say. So I will type 0.6 here. And based on this data, I'm going to adjust the rest data. total customer, let's say we have 500 people. That will show up, say, in 3 hours. The seating time limit, the first thing I set, roughly 1 hour, because I usually spend 1 hour for a meal. So let's say 1 hour, see how that goes. And then for average expense per person, let's say $15. The expense range, let's say $5. And now I'm going to click on set, and then I'm going to click on start to start the application. To say you want to stop your application, you can click on stop, and once you click stop, there is no way for you to continue. You have to restart everything. Maybe in the future I will add a pause feature, but for now I don't think that's necessary or like it's urgent, so I didn't add that feature. But for this log, it will show important events that's happening during the simulation, such as a customer is forced to check out because they exceed the sitting time limit you set, or there's a consequence, the people got forced checkout and they left a bad review and your total customer got reduced. So all of those will be recorded here later. Now let's click start to see our application in real time. By clicking on start, you see that people start to visit, they start to take seat, the seat will become occupied, then it will become red. For those 4-seat table and 10-seat table, it looks like they are full. So once full, more people are coming for 4-seat table, they will be added to a 4-seat table waiting list. So once the 4-seat table is available again, they will be first invited to take seat, and then they will ask more people to join the 4-seat table for those who are not in the waiting list. So the application has been running for a while. Let's see the log, what happens so far. By clicking on the log, we see that okay, so customer with ID 246 and a few others left due to long wait time. So you can see that when people in a waiting list, they may have a chance to leave because your wait time is too long. So this is a random. Some people may wait for 10 minutes, some people may wait for 20 minutes and leave, and some people may even wait for 1 hour and then leave. So that's totally random. But you can see, what you can see is that some people are leaving, and after some time we will start to see customers are forced to check out. And when they are forced to check out, there is a chance that some number of people will be reduced from your total visiting count. So say here 8 customer will leave due to the forced checkout. So they are affected. Probably this customer 38 left a bad review, and then this 8 people just decided to, alright, the seating time limit is crazy for me, I'm not going to visit your restaurant anymore. So they left. So such event will be recorded in the log, and you can later analyze what's the chances people are forced to check out and they will affect my total number of people, and or like people leave due to the long wait time. So this is to find a balance between people are waiting too long to leave and people are forced to check out. So more people may be affected, so that they're not happy to dine in your restaurant because you have a seating time limit, and they may not finish their meal and force to the checkout, which they don't feel good about it. Now the application actually has finished, and you can see that the total profit we gain is $5,034. and that's based on 500 people. So if you use this average expense per person to multiply by this $500, so roughly you should get say $7,500. I mean $7,500, right? So if no one leave, that's I do a roughly approximation. Now let's do this. Let's set this seeding time limit to be a little bit longer, say 1.3. Let's see, we extend the seeding time limit a little bit and see if we can gain more profit or we see more lost on the seeding on the total profit. So let's click set and click start. As usual, the application start to fill the customer into the table, and people may leave due to they run out of their seeding time limit. So let's click on log, and we can see that this time definitely more people left due to the long wait time. So last time I think it's not as many as this time. Hopefully the customer who are forced to do the checkout will be reduced, and either way we can gain profit. So more people are left due to the long wait time, so this is definitely not a good sign. Many people are leaving. All right, and so far we have $3,000, and I don't know what's the outcome yet. Hopefully it's not too bad. If it's almost the same as $500, I would say this seeding time limit doesn't take much effect because there is a expense range, so that might change things a little bit. So we already reached 5,000, and I think it's like $10, $20 more than last time, right? After these three guys finish their meal, we may see 5,100. Yeah, there we go. 5,100. Give me more. 5,182. So it's a little bit more than last time. Well, I would consider the seeding time limit we set, say 1.3, does not dramatically affect our profit. So let's do one crazy thing. Let's set the seeding time limit to be, say, very short, which is half an hour, 0.5. Now let's hit set and start. I'm assuming a lot of people will be forced to check out because the seating time limit we set, and thus I'm expecting to see more people reduced from my total customers because of forced checkout. So let me open logs and see. Alright, still a lot of people left due to long wait time. Well, I can control that. It's 30 minutes. I probably cannot make it shorter. Think about it. 30 minutes for a meal. Well, it's going to be a little bit pushed for the user, right? Roughly, just eat quickly, no chit chat, then leave. That's 30 minutes. Okay, hopefully I don't piss a lot of customer off, and we can see that a lot of people actually are reduced from my total customer count, and I probably saw like less people left because of the long wait time. All right, the log definitely is longer this time. Let's see the profit. Oh, we got 6,231. It is like 1,000 more than last time. So I would say by reducing it to be 30 minutes, it actually bring me more profit. So probably this is not a bad like seating time limit as I thought. I thought it might be worse. So let's try if I set it to be 10 minutes. Let's just see what happens. This is definitely not a good thing. If you set your seating time limit to be just this is not even 10 minutes. This is 6 minutes, right? This is 6 minutes, so it's crazy. Let's see. I'm assuming most people, I mean, a lot of people will be taken or reduced from your total customers. All right, there we go. But not more than $4,000. We basically lost like $1,000, compared to the very first time we run our simulation, and it is $2,000 less than our, when we set our seating time limit to be 30 minutes, right? Okay, so it seems that by using the application, you can get a very good idea, what's a proper seating time limit you can set to gain more profit. Of course, this simulation, a lot of things are random. So maybe this time you set to be 0.5, it give you $6,000, but next time it may give you less, or it may give you more. To use this application properly, I would recommend you to run the application over and over again to reduce the risk that this solely because of random it's not actually it's taking effect. So since this is a demo, I don't have that much time to try it different times, but I think this gives you a rough idea how the simulation is working, and hopefully you enjoy my presentation. Thank you very much.